Hello everyone. I thought I'd share a little bit what I'm up to with pictures and been quite busy recently. This one's quite topical in the UK. Um, it's called Let Justice Roll Like a River, Amos chapter 5 verse 24. And I'm sure if you've been following the news, you probably recognize who this lady is. Her name is Jess Phillips. Well, recently, she was in Parliament answering questions to about the grooming scandal in the UK, and it's well worth watching the video of her trying to explain the situation. And she looked, looked as though she was under a lot of stress. And to be honest, the impression I had was it was almost like she's tried to protect something. And she even admitted that there's been a cover-up. It's just what is involved. We don't really know, do we? That's the problem. And they won't have a national inquiry, which everybody seems to be calling for, apart from the Labour government. And when the Tories were in power for 14 years, this question of the grooming gangs was there for them to deal with, and they didn't really do much, to be honest. I mean, now everybody's trying to get the Labour government to do something and have a national inquiry to sort this out. And I mean, when it's being reported there's up to 50 towns and cities across the UK that are affected, and grooming gangs, it's on an industrial scale, apparently. One must ask what is going on, and why aren't the authorities cracking down on it? Why aren't they? And I mean, it took somebody like Elon Musk to really take the lid off this. And I think if we follow the news, then it's been in the news off and on for quite a time, but doesn't get much coverage, doesn't get much in-depth coverage, or the media really going after this. But until Elon Musk, and really it's horrendous, what has been going on, and apparently still going on. That's the hardest part, to think that it's still carrying on. I mean, and so I thought, well, I'll vent my frustration out with a picture, and as a prayer as well. I mean, when I get these hard issues or whatever I'm thinking about, praying about, I find it helpful to make a picture and write something about it. So this is one of these pictures. So this idea, impression I had of Jess Phillips, and in the House of Parliament, in the House of Commons, trying to give a response to the questions and the concerns of other MPs, and she looked as though she was, almost to a point of buckling under the pressure. So I thought, well, I'll make a picture. The dam. This is a dam. It looks as if it's ready to burst. And I mean, water is pouring out from the cracks. And we see the shadows of the victims of the grooming gangs looming larger and larger. And all those in authority, there must be. This is the thing that everybody's trying to figure out. I mean, what's going on? Who are they protecting? Why are they not coming clean with all this? And so we got the judges, we got the police, got the social services, and there should be politicians there, local councillors, and all involved in covering this up. And I've got some comments here. And I mean, they've had some inquiries, lessons will be learned. And these are the kind of phrases that you hear that are being spoken. As protect diversity at all costs. That's the impression that you get, you know. Cultural sensitivity. Girls sacrificed for the Muslim vote, you know. Victims failed. And the news headlines, you know. It's absolutely horrendous. And, you know, my parents' generation, you know, they're almost gone now. There's only a few left, you know, perhaps 100 years of age, 90 odd years of age left from that generation. I mean, what would they have thought has happened to the UK, you know, that such things are happening? And, I mean, I'll just read it out. Let justice roll like a river. Amos chapter 5, verse 24. This is not just an image, it is a visual cry for truth. A nation betrayed its daughters, then papered over the cracks with cowardice, silence, and political preservation. Girls were sacrificed for the Muslim vote. Leaders feared being called racist more than protecting children. Institutions had hid behind platitudes like lessons will be learned, while the truth built up behind a dam of denial. Judges, politicians, police, social services, they knew. They looked the other way, and the victims ignored, disbelieved, discarded. Now the cracks are bursting. Jess Phillips, Parliamentary Under-Secretary of State for Safeguarding and Violence Against Women and Girls, stands in the gap, desperately trying to hold back a flood of truth that can no longer be contained. So many are now crying out for a national inquiry. Decades of systemic abuse across 50 towns and cities point to the largest cover-up in modern UK history. A scandal so widespread, so insidious, that it cannot be allowed to be buried. For years, girls were sacrificed on the altar of political correctness, their pain dismissed, their stories buried, their abusers protected. The question must be asked, why was nothing done? Why is justice still delayed? Who are they really protecting? Jess Phillips now stands on behalf of a Labour government that wants to hide its part in the cover-up, pressed against the wall, trying to hold back the flood that must surely come. This is what the scripture says, when the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? Psalm chapter 11, verse 3. We will not be silent. We will not forget the girls. We will not cover the truth to protect the guilty, the powerful, or political reputations. Let justice roll and let the dam burst. So that's my contribution to try and prepare for this. So I'll just end there for now, and thank you for listening.